Now, why is my car shaking like this? What the fuck? It feels shaky. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my beautiful rideshare revolutionaries. It's me, Gio. Y'all know who the fuck it is. Yeah. Today, I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to tribute. This was probably my best Monday this year. Probably this might very well be the best Monday I've had since the Uber thing. And it was all luck. Sometimes better lucky than good, right? And I'll go ahead and say today was 100% luck. I got nothing but good rides. I mean, everything, like, I was really hoping for a much more of a home run this morning. Didn't happen, but still, like, it was so busy today, I didn't have time to, like, work out. My plan was, you know, drive from 4 to 10, work out, and then 1 to 6, 1 to 7. Didn't end up happening. I got in the car. I started, I turned my app on about like 3:50 this morning, 3:45. And I took like 25 minutes to eat around maybe 1 p.m., 1:30. No, maybe around 2. Yeah. And then I just kept working, and I decided I wanted to filter home around 4 something with my last ride. But yeah, today was a combination of every kind of ride minus Lux Black and just lucking out. So let's go into it right now. And here's the Lyft locked me out. So you sucks, because I mean, before with the 14-hour limit, if you use your filters and you still had you had more than 14 hours. Now with 12 hours you get 12 hours, because as you guys see here, it says 15 rides in 11 hours and 7 minutes. But that's also that they're also counting from when I turned the app on, like at 3:45 in the morning. So this morning, let me go to the browser. It's a little bit clearer view here. So obviously I'm adding the $82 I made before 5 a.m. today. So this morning was nuts. I started driving into the city, because on Monday mornings I do eat miles from home. That's the only day of the week I do that. And as I was driving into the city, I had my tablet. I didn't have my phone checking the Lyft app, but I had my tablet on it. And then when I started driving, or as I was driving past O'Hare, I realized I was in a power zone, right? So I turned on my app. I mean, it wasn't a big one. There was a power zone right where I was driving through. So as I was driving through it, that's where I turned my app on. I usually don't turn it on until 4 a.m. So I left the preferences on for Lux Black only, thinking with all the celebrities and all the high-profile people in town this weekend, I figured this would be the best morning to capitalize on getting Lux Black rides. So I was driving, and then I also figured, because there was, the hotels were so booked with all the because of all the people for the All-Star Weekend festivities, I'm like, I usually don't go downtown Monday mornings or to those hotels, because the way I usually look at it is, business travelers, people flying out for business purposes, typically aren't flying out from hotels on Monday mornings, right? At least that's in Chicago. Maybe that's my logic. It's flying out from home. But today would be exact opposite. There'd be way more people flying out from hotels, way more. So I decided to go downtown where the hotels were. At 4 a.m., I got my first ping. It was a Lux ride. It said 6 minutes south. I'm like, and it had a power zone attached to it, the one I got at 3:45. I'm like, sweet, got that ride. I got a stacked Lux ping with a $5 something power zone attached to it. Got that ride. So in the first 12 minutes I was on app, I was already at like $23 or something. Maybe not more. Maybe the first 20 minutes. Yeah. And then I got a XL ride, right? Knocked that one out with the power zone attached. So in the first hour I was on app today, and I could prove it obviously because this is counting everything past 5 a.m. I was at $80, like $82. So 275, 358 minus whatever it was, that gets you the 275. That's why my balance is 358. So the first hour I was on app, I made over $80. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is gonna be one of those mornings, right? So I dropped off my XL ride, started eating miles. There was a power zone on the highway, which all the bums were loading up. Drove past. I got, whatever the initial amount was. Drove past it, and then as I was driving towards back to, I had every intention of going back in loop, trying to get another XL or Lux ride to the airport, because I figured, let me get one more, right? Let me get one more premium airport ride. But then Lyft kind of sidetracked me because I noticed like a $3.80 power zone in this, like right off the highway, and I'm like, okay, I'm taking a gamble either way, because I can either get the premium ride, which isn't guaranteed, to the airport with a $4 something power zone, or I can load the power zone to $7 and whatever cents and get an economy ride, right? I took the power zone with the economy ride. I got the highway, and then, so I can show you that ride, because, yeah. So that was at 5:21. Show you. Oh. Problem loading. Okay. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Sorry about this, guys. That was not planned. Driving history. If it loads. If not, I'll use this to take my word for it. My shoulder's hurting. Yeah, okay. So, okay, I must have taken the ride before the power zone totally loaded up. And here's the thing, though. I gambled on this one because it was funny. I switched back to economy. As soon as I switched to economy, I got an immediate ping that was by the lake downtown. It was a Lyft ride, and it said 39 minutes west. I'm like, fuck. And it was going to take me 11 minutes to go get the guy. And I'm like, shit. Right? I'm like, this is going to fuck up my morning. I accepted the ride. I'm like, fuck it. Let's just do it. As I accepted it, it rerouted me to a quicker pickup. I took that ride, knocked that ride out, right? And then, like I said, I still figured because of all the people that came in town for All-Star Weekend that there'd be a ton of airport rides this morning, a ton of premium airport rides. I was dead wrong, because as you guys can see there, so I dropped off that passenger at 5:50 something, like 5:56. My next ride was not until 7:23. Because I played the waiting game. I'm like, I was downtown, I 8 miles, I got another power zone, which bums are loading up on the highway. I went downtown, I'm like, okay, there's one coming, any minute now, any minute. And I was like, waited 20 minutes. No, there's one coming, any minute. I ate, had my breakfast, 35 minutes. There's one coming, any minute. Hour, there's one coming, any minute. And then about after an hour and 20 minutes without pings, I'm like, yeah, I pretty much have to accept the fact that I'm not going to get any more premium rides this morning. So that's when I decided to just run economy. Really didn't have a choice. Power zones that were coming in before 5 a.m. I wasn't seeing any on the map. I didn't see any. There was tons of Uber surge this morning between 4 and 5 a.m. But there wasn't really much after 7 a.m. So I just figured, fuck it, might as well take the hit. So at 7:31, I took that economy ride. That took me to the airport at 7:31. 8:25, I got a ride outside of O'Hare that took me to Midway. And then I got a rematch at Midway on economy. That took me southwest, yeah, with the tip, so $20 for however many, let's just say 30 minutes. And then this right here might have been the longest amount of time I had to wait for a ride. I got a ride that took me into the city, right there, the 957. That one took me into the loop. And then I got a stacked XL ride to the airport downtown. And I kind of figured, like, you know, sometimes when I'm doing economy, what I'll do is, if I'm just doing an economy ride, I'll turn the app off, and then I'll immediately switch to premium and see what happens for like 10, 15 minutes. Depends how patient I am. That time, I just had a feeling, I'm like, yeah, there's going to be people needing airport rides. Let me leave everything on. Because even if it's economy, okay, that's fine. But I lucked out. Like I said, I got lucky today. And I got the airport ride, the XL. And then this is when I took my break. Yeah. Sorry. I thought this was later. So after this ride is when I told myself I want to take a break. I took a break before this ride. I'm all fucked up. So the airport ride ended. I warmed up my lunch, ate it. I turned my app. My app was off at this point. As I was finishing it up, I turned on premium. Like, I gave it 15 minutes. I didn't get a ping, so I'm like, okay, let me run economy. And then I got rewarded with a almost 17-mile ride heading southeast. Not bad. And then I did eat miles after that ride. At this point, I was like at $250 for the day. I'm like, part of me wanted to get home or go home. If I got a ride to the airport, I told myself, as soon as I get a ride back to O'Hare or to around O'Hare, I'm done. Didn't happen. Because I noticed there was lots of demand around the loop. So I ate miles. And then I ate miles, and then as I was on the highway, I noticed I got a power zone. I got a power zone on the west side. I decided to load it up, and then the first ping I got was a 5-minute shared. I'm like, yeah, why not? If it, for a $6 power zone worth almost twice as much as the fare, I'll do a 5-minute ride. Why not? So that's the only shared I did today in my Infinity. And then the rest, as you guys can see here, like, it was busier than I expected, because I got that shorty lift there. I don't remember why. I guess I just felt like taking it. And then I got a Lux ride, an XL ride, a cancel, a Lux with a tip, a 10 ride heading north, and then my last ride of the day, I actually did turn on my filter to go to O'Hare, and I got an O'Hare ride. So my ride that closed out my day was almost $30 for a hour-long trip. Yeah, that was lots of traffic this afternoon in both directions. But yeah, today, I mean, like I said, I applied a strategy the best I could, but then sometimes you just have to run economy, guys. Like I said, since I don't have Uber, if I would have had Uber XL this morning, I can guarantee you I would have gotten something. But since you're on one app and the premium rides aren't coming in, you're sometimes forced to run economy. But it worked out. I know maybe this won't come in too well over here, but as you guys see, that's 262 miles. That's since 4 a.m. today. So that's not quite $1.40 something per mile, maybe $1.30, 37 maybe. I'm not gonna do the math right now. Yeah, I mean, I would prefer not to do economy that much today, but the fact is, it all worked out. The only miles I had to eat today were after the first, so the 2 drop-offs at O'Hare, so I probably had to eat 30 miles right there, and then from the ride that took me to that one hospital before I got to the west side, that was probably 10 miles. So out of the 262 miles I drove today, 44 were not paid for, or at least not paid for, like heading towards a ride. So 20%, I mean, that's still driving pretty efficiently right there, because so that's what 17% of the miles I drove today were just, you know, I just accepted the fact that I don't have to eat them, you know. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it paid off. I liked, as you guys know, especially with economy, you're not always going to get the premium rides, but like, you're not going to get paid by not doing rides. So the beauty of today was I got rewarded with decent rides with minimal wait times between all the rides, right? So yeah, effective morning. I made more today in 12 and a half hours than I did in 23 hours last week. So good start to the week. Now let's see how tomorrow goes. Got to be up early. But I will say, to my own credit, I have been doing a way better job at being up on time. I think every day last week I was in the car around 4:30. I mean, Monday definitely was. Friday I was in the car like at, I think, 4:05 a.m. Yeah, doing slightly better at that, and that's good. That's one of the things about maximizing earnings is you got to be consistent and definitely waking up on time. So yeah, all right guys, long vlog, but yeah, that's all I got for this one. I want to thank y'all for watching. Everyone please stay safe, stay driven, stay classy. I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.